Spain's non-lucrative visa can be a great option for non-EU citizens to live in Spain. Today we'll explore the 2023 financial requirements, who qualifies, and how to ensure your application is successful. Thanks for watching. I'm Alistair Johnson from Where Can I Live? Here are the 6 most important things to note about the non-lucrative visa. It's a long-term Spanish residence permit, and any non-EU, EEA or Swiss citizen over the age of 18 can apply. You'll need to show that you can support yourself without working, and we'll cover the 2023 financial requirements in detail later on. Number 3, as we said, you cannot legally work in Spain on this visa. However, there is a grey area for remote work, which we'll explain later. 4, you must live in Spain for at least 183 days per year, and this can make you a Spanish resident for tax purposes. Number 5, the non-lucrative visa is an excellent pathway to Spanish permanent residency and citizenship with an EU passport. And finally, number 6, you must apply in the country where you are a resident. You cannot apply in Spain, so your local consulate assesses your application, and frustratingly, each consulate interprets the rules slightly differently. Let's start with the name. What exactly is a non-lucrative visa? Non-lucrative means you can't legally earn an income while living in Spain. So the letter of the law excludes employees, contractors, freelancers, remote workers, and anybody else drawing a salary or a wage. So where is the money to support yourself meant to come from? The most popular source is pensions or annuities. So the non-lucrative visa is often referred to as the Spanish retirement visa. It's the best option for many retirees except those who buy a qualifying property, where a Spanish golden visa may be a better option. Investment income also qualifies, so rental income from a property in Spain or overseas, interest on savings, bonds, dividends from shares or unit trusts. And some other examples could be royalties or a trust fund disbursement. All these sources have one thing in common. You are not actively working and being paid for that work. And how much passive income do you need in 2023? The Spanish government uses a figure called IPREM, which is adjusted each year. You need 4 times IPREM for the main applicant and 1 times IPREM for every dependent family member you include on the application. The 2023 annual IPREM is €7,200, so the minimum annual income for the main applicant is €28,800 and an additional €7,200 for each family member. This is an increase of around 3.5% on the 2022 figure. Our expert non-lucrative visa lawyer partner Raquel recommends rounding up to a minimum of $30,000 for the primary applicant. And what if you don't have one of these income sources but you do have significant savings? Raquel's law firm has successfully represented applicants with just savings, but budget around $60,000 in savings for a single applicant and more for dependents. Right, you're a non-EU citizen with enough income or savings and you want to live in Spain. What are your next steps? Here are the 7 things you'll need to apply. The first is a completed application form. Second, supporting evidence of your financial position and any qualifying income or savings. Number 3, you'll need private health cover. The requirement is specific. It must be a company that operates in Spain, and the policy must be comprehensive with no co-payments. There is a link to our guide to Spanish healthcare below, and it includes an easy way to get 3 qualifying non-lucrative visa quotes from insurers popular with expats. Number 4 is a medical certification that you're free from contagious diseases like tuberculosis and yellow fever. Good insurance companies or your non-lucrative visa immigration lawyer can help with this requirement. 5th is a police report from each country you've lived in over the last 5 years showing no disqualifying convictions. 6, you'll pay an application fee of between $80 and $500 depending on where you apply. And finally, you can include a motivation letter explaining why your application should be approved. So how do you apply for your Spanish non-lucrative visa? The process is complex and the requirements vary by consulate, and documentation and translation standards aren't clearly defined. We often hear of people who should qualify being rejected, having missed a requirement or not putting their case correctly. Working with our partner Raquel and her team of non-lucrative visa experts means you have the best chance of success. There's more information about them in the description below. However, you can submit your application directly if you choose. Remember, you can't apply in Spain. You'll need to go to the nearest embassy or consulate in the country where you're living when you apply. So an American citizen legally resident in Panama, for example, applies at the Spanish consulate in Panama, not in the USA. Let's look at timings. Your local embassy or consulate will assess your application, and the wait could be anywhere from 2 weeks to 3 months, depending on where and when you apply. Remember, any issues with your application mean delays or rejection. Once your visa is granted, you have 90 days to arrive in Spain. And once you arrive in Spain, you'll need to apply for a residence card within 30 days. Your immigration lawyer should include this work in a non-lucrative visa package, and our recommended partner certainly does. How long is your non-lucrative visa valid? Well, the visa is valid for 1 year, but you can apply for 2 additional 2-year extensions for a total of 5 years. And after 5 years, you can apply for permanent residency. Remember, once you have PR, there are no restrictions on working in Spain. And after an additional 5 years, so 10 in total, you can qualify for Spanish citizenship and your EU passport. What about working? Is there any flexibility? Remote work and freelancing for clients outside of Spain seem to meet the aim of the legislation. You're living in Spain without taking jobs from locals or being a drain on public coffers. However, our immigration lawyer partner strongly suggests that including any working references on your application will get you rejected. Now, obviously, most consulates won't accept any income from these sources for your application. Now, the grey area. Once you're living in Spain, there is no actual legal restriction on remote work. But we strongly suggest speaking to a good immigration lawyer and a tax advisor in Spain if you plan to work remotely. The situation is fluid and they'll have the best and most up-to-date advice for you. Spain's new digital nomad visa goes live in 2023, and that may be a better option for those employed outside Spain. We'll have a new video on this coming soon. Your next steps. We have a ton of resources to help you. Check out the links to our comprehensive non-lucrative visa article and other guides in the description below. Thanks for sticking with us. If you have any questions, please get in touch or leave a comment, and we'll answer as quickly as we can. If you like this video, please click the like button and subscribe to our channel. We'll have more videos coming soon to help you move abroad. Gracias y hasta pronto.